Hello guys, Matt's on the line for you.
Hello?
In a world of tardy rock stars and infinite waits, Matt Bellamy is nothing if not punctual.
There you go. How you doing, right?
Yeah, good mate, how are you?
Very good, very good.
Where are you right now? I mean, I'm trying to keep up and I'm losing track constantly.
I'm actually just back in England now.
So you're back in England, and you know we're going to catch up in a minute about forthcoming stadium shows and all things Muse. But we're about to play the first sort of time anywhere in the world this new song, Neutron Star Collision, Love Is Forever. And you know what? Let's just get it out there. We'll come back and we'll talk to Matt Bellamy in a second. This is the hottest record in the world today. This is Muse.
It's Monday night with Zane Lowe.
That's big, isn't it? Let's be honest. That sounds huge. So listen, man, we've got to get the backstory on this a little bit, you know, because it's a new song for fans, and it is part of, you know, arguably the biggest modern day movie franchise the last 2 or 3 years. This moment has been building because we know that the writer's a big fan and that you were instrumental in an influence in the creation of the books in the first place. So you put it into words that you feel comfortable with. How did Neutron Star Collision come to be part of the third Twilight film?
Well, actually, the song was written, believe it or not, I don't want to bring everyone down, you know, but the song was written, I broke up with my girlfriend must have been about 8 months ago or something, and basically I wrote that song pretty much immediately after that, and it was like a song that was reflecting on that, we're looking right back on that moment when you first get with someone, and everything feels like it's going to go on forever, and it's kind of like a bit of a sort of cheesy love sentiment, I suppose. But when I wrote the song, for me it was quite a heavy thing, because it was like a memory of what it used to be like, you know, when you used to think that way, and how it's obviously the complete opposite of that when you break up. So when I'm singing that song, I'm kind of coming from that perspective, really. And then so that song was floating around since about 8 months ago, and it was the kind of song that I thought, well, you know, it probably would be on what would be another album in the future, but it's going to be a long time until we get to do that. And then, obviously, these Eclipse, the Twilight people contacted us, and were very keen to get a song for their film, and I just thought, you know, well, why not, you know, I might as well just bung it in there and get it out there, because I thought this song is it's the song sort of representing a bit of a difficult period for me in my life, but I kind of feel like maybe it's a song that by the time we get to the next album it might not be relevant anymore, you know, because my life might have changed or moved on or something. So
you guys have got some pretty big shows coming up, man. You got festival season. That's that's the warm up. You know, for what you guys are doing out here with the stadiums. You know, you're back to your old haunt of Wembley Stadium again. That's a good room for you. You're also playing Lancashire Cricket Ground. What can you tell us about these shows, man? Give us a scoop.
Well, it's kind of like we've been the book 1984 has been creeping through the set design for the arena tour and now the stadium tour. It's basically the idea of building the ministry that George Orwell describes as being, like, you know, the ministry of love or whatever it is, and all those kind of things. And he described it as being a kind of large pyramid-like structure. And in my mind, it seemed like a very futuristic kind of pyramid-shaped office building, you know. And so originally, that's kind of what we wanted to do for the arena tour. We wanted to make these kind of buildings, these ministry-type buildings that the band was trapped inside, and we eventually escaped from them. But for the stadium, because we're going outdoors, we can actually do a much grander scale. So we're actually building. It's not to the word, but it's kind of similar description to what George Orwell describes as the ministries in the book 1984. So we're kind of playing inside that thing, and obviously there's going to be projections of various, Illuminati-based conspiracy theory things, which I'm sure people will tune into. The whole thing from the front, the whole thing looks like a gigantic, or you know, the all-seeing eye, with a big eyeball on top. You know, it basically looks like that. You know, it looks a bit like that, but it's supposed to be cross between that and George Orwell's Ministry from 1984.
You've completely lost it now, haven't you, Matt? Basically, is what you're saying in a roundabout way. You're off the reservation completely now. That's it.
Totally, yeah. We've actually got a Chrome. No, we've got a Chrome. That's just the beginning. You know, we've got a Chrome UFO. Basically, I come out. There's this thing we call the elephant lift, which takes me out into the crowd and takes me about 10 meters off the ground, and then basically a Chrome UFO is going to come over my head, and an alien is going to come out of it and try to grab me. So we're totally gone these days. I mean, I don't quite know how we got to this point, but I'm just going to go with it. You know?
You know what? There's only one way I can respond to that. Seriously, man. Yeah. Well, listen, that sounds like it's going to be a fairly provocative affair. I'm very much looking forward to seeing it. I can't wait. How's the lineup coming?
Oh yeah, we've got some great bands coming in. Yeah, we've got. I think there's some that I can't announce yet, but we've got all sorts across the whole of Europe. We've got some great UK acts. I think Kasabian are doing a couple of dates. We've got.
Great.
I think we've got the editors. We've got the editors coming out somewhere. UK, I can't say. I think we've got one nice big special guest coming who can't be announced at the moment because of contractual reasons. But he is going to be great.
Amazing. Listen, Matt Bellamy, good luck with the rest of rehearsals and everything else for the forthcoming tour. And thanks for letting us get our hands on this new song, Neutron Star Collision, up front, getting a chance to play it. No doubt we'll be playing it again before the end of the show. It's nice to talk with you again, man. Welcome home.
Cool, man. Cheers. Good to talk to you too.
There you go. Your band is back. All eyes and ears on stadiums now. And Neutron Star Collision is everywhere from this point forward. The reaction is expect from all fans, euphoric. People who aren't into Muse are saying what they've always said, and we respect that opinion, but if it's not your band, you'll feel the same way as people who don't like, any band would feel.